Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well. City Skylines, part 7? 6 or 7? I don't remember. Sorry. We're back, and yes, things look different. I said they would. We had an issue with zero residential demand, too much industry demand, and I figured out a way after searching online to work this issue out. And I'm very happy to tell you it did. Slightly. Ever so slightly. So we're not out of the water yet. So I'm going to real quick here show you. Obviously, you can plainly tell this is gone. We got a fire station and a police station, a warehouse, and a subway station. That's it. All gone. But I kind of reworked the roads a little bit. Added some, okay, there we go, right off the bat with the wrong keys. I kept as much of the dialed up as I could. But let's go down Main Street, shall we? And have a look at what I did. Okay. I really suck at this. Okay, if you go down lower, speaking of lower, yes, I did. I lowered them. So they're much more reasonable. Every single one that I could find in this city. But if you go, oh man, one little click is all it takes, huh? But I'm trying, there we go, that's a better view. Okay, so the green bar did return real faintly. It's still low. At least you can see it, right? So I got rid of the oh my goodness, blue commercial that was there, and I just put trees down and some fancy schmancy parking. I lowered all of our walkways, and then we start here. I did download a few assets, so this is like a new park with parking, and this is our new Main Street. I love this hotel. I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. But man, I'm very happy. I'm sorry that it's so fuzzy. I wish it wasn't. But that's the best I can do at this point. A Benihana. Dunkin' Donuts. This is just gorgeous. I really like that. It looks like it comes from the... I don't care for this building on our right here, but oh well. A majority of this is really nice. Oh, what is this? Andy's Bowling. This came in really early, and I'm like, what are you doing in my city? It's colossal. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. That was a stupid word to choose. But yeah, everything's different. And I like it. I'm happy. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, see, if I go up too high, some of them I don't really care for, but this is kind of okay. Yes, there are a few dark blues. Not as many as before. See, now we only have 1 Five Guys. But I do like it. That's all fixed. Okay, you know what? I give up. Now you can see our new skyline. I cannot do this. Let's get out of here. I lowered these. I think they're pretty good. And then I came behind this way and I decorated. Let me go up and, like, you know what I mean. This is a new asset. I haven't seen anybody use it yet, but it's supposed to be the new logo. And there are benches. Benches? I don't know how anybody can get in there. Well, I guess there's room. So I have that and the parking structure. So it's just a lot of landscaping, beautification. And then this side, it was just too small to put houses on, even though I couldn't at the time. So I just gave them a barrier to, oh, look at that. These are pretty cool. Now, why could they have done this in the first place? Look at that building. It's even on an angle. What is this? Doesn't say. Well, all I can tell you is I'm far more pleased. Oh, okay. With my Main Street the way it looks now. See, so the houses that were here now, majority of them look like this. This is another new asset that I downloaded. And these are brand new, so they're not conflicting with my game. So I ended up getting a couple new trees, but there is parking on both sides. There is plenty of parking in the city. I also went through and got rid of all them big bushy trees so that you can see going down the road. So then in here, I left it pretty much alone, but I think what I'm going to do, I was thinking about this as I was adding more unique buildings to this area. These are a little green, and I think I'm going to get rid of this. It just looks a little ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is dark green, and this is light green. And I wish there was a happy medium for it, but there just isn't. Unless you had like a massive boulevard like this wide with something down the middle, which I'm not averse to doing. I could get rid of this whole strip in here and then make these 4 or even 6 wide coming down both ways. And that would separate the two areas. But this is a mix of dark green, dark blue, and offices before the crash. And then I put the light green in here with the school and all of their necessities. And they were doing fine. So I came over here with the latest metro. And I've obviously, as you can tell, I've added more unique buildings. So we have building number 1. And I'm pretty sure this is building number 2, number 3. And did we count this one? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is going to be my unique building area because, check this out. I got brave and I opened up this train track. Remember, it came down here and just did this. So what I did was I collected as much of the map maker's scraps as I could, and I just bunched them together because originally they were all like this, scattered. So I bunched them up, and I'm keeping this, looped for now. They don't use it. The trains turn around at the station. They stop here, and then they just go right back. This is a passenger. I only have 2 trains, one for passengers and one for cargo. And then I've got the buses going. And this metro here, my little Paris metro, is so cute. I love these things. This is a new asset as well. More benches. And so is this. It's a public lavatory. I don't see anybody using it though. They're under parks. But look at the amount of tourists. This is crazy. And Overcharged Egg calls it walking porn. So yes, we have backups. I know I've got to branch out here and look at all the rails, which way they go. But I'm not going to worry about it because this is probably the only one I'm going to use or need. I just got to get out this way and figure out how to better separate the lines. And I believe the breakup is where we had you can go either way, but it's the same rail that we use to make cargo. Yeah, right here. They're all eventually going to end up using the same thing to get out of here, and I'm not that worried about it because no one's complaining, and they're not sitting there for days waiting to get in here. They're in and they're out, but the amount of people coming through is just crazy. I hope I'm not going too fast and making anybody sick. I also never noticed, I'm like, how do they get from this side of the track to this side? And I guess they go under and then come up this little box here. It's cute. So I did give them plenty ways to get from one side to the other. But the more I looked at this, I'm like, my goodness, I would really like to build out here. This was as far as I got before it became dinner time and I had to quit. So these are just offices. Now I'm going to really quickly, I took this apart, this area here, completely stripped it, and all it is now is office buildings. No business, no residential. And this met the orange bar demand. That's all I did. I will eventually come back, hopefully one of these days, and I can get some more. Well, I could add commercial. I'm worried about using the dark blue commercial at this point, although I don't see why not. But it's all gone. The only neighborhood I left alone was this one, but I got rid of every single commercial property that I could find. And then coming over this way, I did the exact same thing. There is a small strip of blue right here, their main street here. All of this is green. And I halved it. So I'm seriously thinking maybe I should get rid of maybe these guys. Look at, they're so tiny. But yeah, I got to rework this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then all the rest is dark green and offices. So I reworked the whole thing. But I mean, everything is still there otherwise. Now, the new thing I have to show you, come down this way. I hooked up my cargo. I hope I did a good job. Seems to be working fine. Trucks are coming in and out. Ships are coming in and out. I have shipping cargo and train cargo, so I'm happy. Okay, so I hooked it up here, brought it under the expressway, and this is new. And we've got our ore. This guy's slowly grinding away here. I did put yellow factories down. I don't know what happened, but I used to be able to do this, and you would get factories that coincided with your DLC industry, and it's just not happening. But we do have a lot here. It is only at a 4-star, though. But I'm pretty sure I have more than enough to get this thing going. Our forestry and farming are both 5-star. So that's a good thing. I added as much as I could. The pulp. Is that the one that makes the paper? Whatever makes the paper, that's the big one. The rest of the factories, even the unique factories, I cannot use because we're not processing oil yet. I know I can import oil, and I don't have a problem doing that. I just haven't had the time to set it up. But I'm just letting you know that both of our original DLC industries are at 5 stars. This is only at 4. So what I did was I gave it an extra maintenance building and another barracks, and everything I can use at this point is laid down, some even duplicated. So it's just a matter of time. So anyway, our industry comes over this way. Okay, we're not really bothering our expressway at this point. I think I told you in the last video that the map maker did such a beautiful job. And every time I attempt to mess with his work, his or her work, things screw up really bad. So I'm leaving it alone. I do not have traffic nightmares, and I'm very happy about that. So I built this road, and you can come through here, whatever you want to do. And this takes you right back into either this industry, which a majority of this is offices. It's all offices, to be honest with you. There isn't even any commercial in here. This is our original industry. Half and half. Half factories, half offices. And you'll notice I got rid of all of my commercial. No more commercial. I just left these little guys here. And I could even get rid of that. And I don't think anybody would even care. I think I got screwed up once a while ago. I had an issue where we're following this bridge here now. I know I got to work on lights and stuff. I had an issue earlier in my game playing days. And I could have swore that the factories were saying not enough services, and I thought that meant commercial. They wanted to go and get a hamburger and a beer after work. But I think what they actually meant is they needed fire and police and medical. And then I built this. Now this, I just took all of the dirty, stinky stuff off of our main island, and I brought it over here in a corner. Because I'm pretty sure if we can, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure our oil is right here. I set this factory here as a reminder. I think our oil is in this ditch here. Could be wrong. I thought it was right across from the farming, but I don't know. So I brought all the dirties over here. This is that garbage thing that came with the DLC. So you get this one big plant, and then you get the littler one. They're supposed to take care of each other. Everything's running well, though. Some incinerators, the game one and the mod one. I did keep a couple factories here. So you have this row, and that is it. Here's our cargo train. Working just fine. Nobody's complaining. Nobody's getting backed up here. I wish these trees didn't do that. What does this remind me of? It's like some cartoon or something. I've seen it before. It's got that ugly rendering. And then over here, I cleared it up. All that work I did here, and we're probably going to end up not even using it. I probably should actually, I'm going to be honest with you. I did have these nice and, smooth like that. And that's, I don't know how to curve well, it's early days with my key walls. Because these were nice and beautifully, and this just looks stupid, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I cleared all this out, and my idea was to put the unique factories here. But again, this is the only one I could do, and I think I've got the toy factory. Toy factory everybody wants plastics. And oil makes plastics. So I put down the postal service, and I have a bunch of post offices throughout. I hope that's not going to ruin our traffic. I'm sure it will. And then I cleared this out. I made this lake, by the way. Probably looks dumb. But I made this, and I forgot to tell you about it the last time we were together. It kind of goes with this pond here. Oh, maybe we could get a little trail. It looks like the map maker is suggesting we do that. Oh, well, we could have it go underneath the train track. So there we are. Not a very exciting video, but let me go out of here and I'll show you stats real quick. We went from 32, was it 32 or 35, down to 28. But it's going down, but it goes up and down. I was just going to say we're making money. You know what? Fine. Embarrass me. I don't care. All right. So stats. Here's what I learned online. Okay. The first thing you do is check your traffic. I'm not surprised because I really haven't had a chance to go in and turn off lights and make roundabouts and jiggle things and make it work. So this doesn't surprise me, but I'm also not that unhappy. Let me go out and show you at this point, what it is lots of cars, not jammed cars. And then you're supposed to go here and look at your unemployment, which they said ideal is 8%. I don't get that. I thought ideal was 0%. But it's supposed to be around 8%. And this is all to get green to come back, okay? And you'll notice, it did come back. So I'm on the right track. I'm just not confident enough to put green down anywhere. So I don't know that we're doing too bad. And then they said, do this. Check and see. Now this is industry. I'm not going to worry about that too much. This is offices. But look, it's not the worst. This is all offices here. Everything else is livable conditions, and it looks pretty good to me. Another one? Boy, these things get filled up so quick, and it's always the dead. But oh well, that's okay. That's where we are. This makes me nervous, I'm sure we'll be able to do it. We'll get it back up there. One way or another. This always makes me nervous, but I might as well mention this to you while I'm remembering it. I have yet to turn off this unlimited funds. I just don't even think about it when I go to start a new game. I did this because in one of my very first game series, I screwed up so bad that I ended up going bankrupt and there was nothing I could do about it. And that just terrified me. So the next time I came in, I switched it over to unlimited funds. I'm never going to worry about going bankrupt again. And I have yet to turn it off. I just forgot about it, and I keep playing the game, not realizing it. That will affect you as well, because you're moving at a much faster clip than the game actually wants or hopes you will do. And that's how this stuff can get gummed up as well. Like I put down this university, I feel, way too soon. I think you have to reach a population milestone before this even becomes available. And I had the dark blue here and I had dark blue in here, and naturally they were telling me that they wanted higher educated workers. So I also started introducing the offices. So that's why I plunked this down. But I probably wasn't even at 20,000 population. So that is the other thing. The next time I start up a new city, I'm going to have to remember to turn that off, and the milestones and all that other stuff. But yeah, that's where we are. I think I did okay. The green bar is slowly creeping up. Blue is in the middle where it belongs, medium demand, and this is in the low medium demand. So at this point, you just let the game run, and it will eventually work itself out. I hope it will work itself out. But what do you think of my changes? Do you think I'm on the right track? Especially as far as my monument island here goes. I'm going to be adding a few more here. But I just figured with this amount of tourists. Okay, that's my neighbor messing with his garbage cans. With this amount of tourists coming and going, I think I want to build this area up. Because the bus takes them from the terminal and they stop, I believe, right here or right here. No, I think they stop. Yeah, they stop on the opposite side. I avoided putting the bus stops in front of the terminal here because that tends to really bog this down. And oddly enough, I do not have 1,000,006 stops. Maybe I should get more. But the thing is I have like 7 stops on my pink line, which goes from this to, I believe, here somewhere. I think this is the only stop, yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 maybe? I can't remember where the other one is. There's another one in here. There's only 6 stops on this whole thing. 2 of them, there's always a 0 number. People sometimes get off, but there's hardly anybody ever there. So it's not like I'm overcrowding it. But when you put a bus stop directly in front of these things, that's when things get really crazy. So I put the stop here. And my tourists and anybody else want to walk around, you just come on. It's right here. They're not stupid and they will walk. And so that was strategic on my part. And then they just go back around and back to the train station. I'm happy with it, and I'm excited to get this going. I wish that green bar would go up here. Then I'd be a little bit more into building. But, I mean, the problem is, yes, I can put down more offices. I just don't want to bog this down with offices. And yes, I could add a few more of these. But again, I don't want to clog this all up. I'd rather have residential here. It's just this road, and this road. Maybe this road. That's all that needs to be filled in. And then I can start concentrating on this neighborhood here. This one, I think I'm just going to leave for another day. This train station, substation from here to here is crazy. But I could move these, or maybe just not. No, hey, these don't have. Yeah, these are on their own, so they don't use boats. I was thinking about using a ferry and having the ferry go from here to here. I think that might help alleviate some of my metro. When I added this subway right here, my Paris thing, all I did was hook it up to this side of this metro. So now I have another single line that goes here. And I think it's helping, but I do still have to give this time to work itself out. But what do you guys think of the ferry line? Is that being ridiculous, or I don't see why not? Should I maybe move it farther down, like from here to here? but then they'd all have to drive. I mean, the metro is right here and the bus lines. So if I put the ferry stop here and just had it go across, I think that would be okay. I've never done it before, but I could give it a shot, see how it works. All right, so there you have it. I think we've done it. I hope you like what I did. I finally made this decision, can you believe it? That took me forever to decide on. I also believe we are quickly using up what land is available to us. This is all marked out, ready to go. This, again, once we get our oil going, I'll be able to put more unique factories here. And then we have this area to play with, which is relatively flat. Our train goes through there. And this is the area I'm trying to work on here. And then we have this. And that would just about do it. Yeah, there's not much here, maybe, I thought that there was going to be a Steam sale. I could have swore I read somewhere that it would be March 15th to the 20th or something. Their spring sale. I really could use some more DLC, and I can't afford it unless it goes on sale. But nothing's on sale, so I don't know what happened. If I missed it and let me know, and then I can stop waiting for it. But yeah, I guess flattening this out, working here and finishing up here, and then maybe we could get something going in here. Do wish I had DLC to work on, though, because this would make a cool nature reserve. I would like the parks DLC. If you want to get cool maps, you have to have mass transit, and on it goes. But I will leave you here. I do hope you enjoyed this. I thank you very much for all your support and sticking with me to the end of this. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. Have an absolutely fabulous day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.